Hello there, and thank you for watching. Today, I am going to be going over how to go from prospect to sale. It's going to be a bit of a generalized strategy session for coaches, small business owners, and entrepreneurs. First of all, I want to talk about a sales funnel. Hopefully, if you're in this world, you probably are already aware of a sales funnel. It's basically a landing page, which leads to the capture of somebody's contact information. And in exchange, you are giving them something like a lead magnet or a access to a membership or access to a webinar or something of that sort. In that sales funnel, you can also have uh, an upsell to a paid product like a VIP package or a membership or a coaching session or an online course, a product of some sort, what have you. The possibilities are endless, but the landing page is to get the person to give you their contact information, and then you go through a sequence of steps of pages, or you can simply take them to the landing page, have them sign up, and then take them to a thank you page. It could be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. Um, but one of the things that I think a lot of people have a misperception about is that the landing page is the beginning of the sales funnel, which it is not. If you set it up, it's not just going to start attracting people, because if you ever go to Google and search anything, you'll see tons of numbers behind the first number. And Google came from the word Googleplex, which is like a billion cajillion, like there's so many, like it's like the number a million to the millionth power or something, because there's so many zeros behind it. And that's kind of the concept you have to think of when you're looking at, if your website's out there and published, it's not necessarily going to get views. That's why SEO is a huge thing, because you want to get on the first page of Google, right? Because after a few pages, people are not going to keep looking. They're going to try to find what they're looking for in the first few pages. So the old adage is, if you build it, they will come, but that's not necessarily true. You need to have some sort of gravitational pull to get people to the landing page. So that's where I just wanted to kind of bring up a point here, because a lot of my clients set up a landing page and then they're frustrated because there's nobody coming. You still need to attract people into the funnel, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a whiteboard just to kind of demonstrate. Let's see. Okay, so here we have the basic setup here. This is the sequence of events that I was just talking about. This is a very simple structure. I'm going to pull up a slide that's a little bit more complex, just to show you all of the different aspects that I'm talking about. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so here I fleshed this out a little bit more. As you can see, that now we have a few more places that the funnel leads to in the end, and you can kind of see that it's more like an hourglass than a funnel, and I think I've heard somebody else say that. So, but I've also added a few more entry points here at the beginning, which are social media, events, email list, lead magnet, and ads. Social media includes lots of different platforms, lots of different methods on those platforms. For the sake of the rest of my talk today, I'm going to focus on Facebook and LinkedIn, but there are countless social media sites at this point. There's Instagram, there's TikTok, there's Snapchat, there's Pinterest, Twitter, Alignable, and it goes on and on. So the social media is, well, that's a whole nother topic. So I'm not going to go into the details of that, but it's basically one of the entry points for getting somebody to your landing page. Events includes things like if you have a webinar and you say, well, go to my landing page to pick up this this product or this freebie or whatever you have at the end of your event. This also includes networking events. If you're interacting with other people in person or online, you can say, hey, if you want to find out more about my business, you can go here and pick up a free report, or book a meeting with me, anything like that. Then you have your email list, and this can be your existing list that you're sending to a specific new product that they don't already have, a product or service, or it could be somebody else's email list. And this has to do with, JV partnering, collaboration. If you do, say, a summit or something, and you want them to promote your event to their email list, then they will sign up on your landing page to sign up for the event. A lead magnet, which is an ebook or a report, a cheat sheet, 5 ways to such and such. It could be really simple. It could be a free online course. It could be, like I said before, book a meeting with you. There again, the possibilities are endless with lead magnets. You can create your own, or you can have it done for you. So just keep your options open and keep an open mind. Last is ads. You'll see these all over social media, speaking of social media, as well as Google ads, YouTube ads, banners on the top of websites. The sources are also endless. And there's lots of different ways you can get somebody into your landing page, forums, just on your business card, flyers, anything like that. So these are just some of the main ones that I wanted to talk about today. And then at the end, so you go through the landing page, you have your upsell with a checkout, and then you have your thank you page where you can go direct people to a membership area, or you can take them to a survey where you can ask them more questions and try to get more data, which helps you fulfill on your services to your client a lot better. Again, you can have book a call. You can also direct them to a webinar or an event, like the summit I was just speaking about. So yeah, again, there are other things that I could add on here, but I wanted to keep it relatively simple. So that's the main concept that I wanted to drive home, is that you do have to go through this whole process of luring people in. I don't know how you feel about the word lure. I hope that doesn't trigger you, but it's a good word to sum up how you're kind of collecting people to get to that landing page. Otherwise, the landing page in and of itself is not a foolproof system for collecting leads. So I'm going to focus specifically on social media because of, well, that's one of the places where we are trying to collect leads, correct? So there's 2 ways to look at social media, and I get a lot of pushback on this because some people really want social media to be interacting with your friends and family, sharing your photos, sharing your thoughts. And then the other part of social media is the business aspect of it. And if you're in business and you're trying to collect leads through social media, you kind of have to have a mindset shift about it and get over a couple of those stumbling blocks that are in your head about being salesy or pushy or whatnot. Because if somebody sees a piece of content where you're introducing them to your landing page and they are not interested, they can just go to the next post, right? You're not, opening their front door and shoving a newspaper into their face or something. It's it's very passive, okay? And if they are interested and it happens to catch the right person at the right time, then they're going to see your message and they're going to go, oh my gosh, I was just needing this. Or if you're really good at marketing, you might even make them aware of a problem they didn't even know existed. And then once they see that piece of content, they're going to go, wow, you're totally right. I've been missing this in my life. I really need to find out more. And they go to your landing page. So how do you find these people? If you have a friend list of like 300 people, you can keep posting and posting and posting and posting. And then, maybe at some point, those people are going to love what you do so much that they'll share it with their friends, and maybe you'll share to their friends. So this is a very organic, passive way to do it, but it's also very slow. So you have to take a more active approach to how you're working social media. So one of those things is to actively seek out your ideal client in advance. They are not your client yet, but you want to seek out those people that would be ideal for you. So that's why niching down is very relevant. You want to target the right people. You want to be able to figure out what Facebook groups they're in, what in what ways are they interacting online, and kind of meet them where they're at. So you can target those people based on their hobbies, their interests, what groups they're in, what pages they like. You can also do that when you're trying to create Facebook ads in the same manner. But one of the things that you want to do is figure out what people you need to be making connections with, and then send them friend requests, start conversations with them, start interacting with their posts, start interacting with their comments, and create like an online dialogue. And then they will interact with you. And the secret ninja tip here, if they interact with you on social media, they are then going to see more of your content as a result. Let me say that again. If you message somebody or you interact with one of their posts or whatnot, the algorithms inside of that, let's just say Facebook, inside of Facebook is going to increase the number of times that that person sees your feed. Okay. So there's more than one reason to message somebody. So you can direct message them to say, hey, I saw your post. I thought that was really interesting. I'd like to find out more, or I'd like to get to know you, or we have a lot of Facebook groups in common and I'd love to connect, or we have a lot of friends in common. In fact, I get a lot of friend requests every day, and I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but if that person has like maybe over 20 friends that are mutual between us, I would probably not even check them out. I'll probably just say, okay, yeah, there's somebody I should probably know. So I'll just accept the friend request. So if I get a flood of friend requests now, I know why. But anyway, so yeah, you want to kind of target the people that you want to eventually become your client. And I'm sorry if that triggers some people, because it's like, oh, I don't use Facebook because of that. I want to have actual relationships. Well, guess what? You can have actual relationships with these people, but you also want to be interacting with the right kind of people. And it's okay if you take an active role in doing that. Another thing that you can do is, LinkedIn is excellent for this. And that's kind of why I've been directing a lot of my efforts towards LinkedIn lately, because they're more business friendly. They're more business to business trending. And you can basically, whether you have a free account or whether you have a Sales Navigator account, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you can actually target the people that you're looking for on there. So you can look them up by their job title, by their the company that they're working with. The parameters go higher if you're inside of Sales Navigator, because you can go after like people that are in companies that have a certain number of employees and make a certain amount per year. So you can narrow it down as much as you like, or you can just say, you know what, I just want to go after dentists in the Boston area or something like that. You can go after whatever target you want to, and then start reaching out to these people. So in case you don't know, on LinkedIn, there's the first, second, and third level, and then there's the rest of the world. But you want to try to target the second level people, because it's not LinkedIn favors that over you trying to reach out to people that you don't know at all and you don't have any friends that know them. So creating mutual connections with people is good, hence the word networking. So think of making more and more friend requests on LinkedIn as a kind of like a giant spider web. The more people you connect with, the more people that they are connected with, and the more people that you can connect with through them. Because if you have mutual connections, LinkedIn is going to favor that friend request over, say, if you're trying to reach out to some celebrity and you're trying to send them a friend request and they don't know you and they don't have any friends that know you. So LinkedIn might give you a little slap on the wrist for that kind of if you try to reach out to that kind of person. So it's good to start with those. It's good to start with a very clear picture of your avatar, what demographics you want them to be in, what kind of profession they're in. There's so many different ways that you can niche it down. And once you start making those connections, then it's kind of a process. You don't want to go for the jugular right up front. You don't want to just say, you don't want to make a friend request and in the message say, hey, buy my stuff. You kind of want to build that relationship a little bit first, and then eventually say, hey, I noticed you're in this industry. I think that we could help each other, or I would love to refer business to you, or let's have a meeting so we can discuss how we might be able to help each other, that kind of thing. And once you start making those, again, algorithms, think about the algorithms in the background, the more times you message that person, the more times that person responds back to you, the more your posts are going to be seen by that person. So if in conjunction to building these relationships, you are also posting about, what you do, informational articles, if it's very clear on your social media profile, what your business is, what services you provide, who you help, and they look at that and they see things in it pop up in their feed from you all the time that are about that topic. And if you post a promotion about an event saying, hey, I'm holding this free webinar about blah, 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 and it's relative to them and what they do, they might just, decide, hey, that's, perfect timing. My staff, we were just talking about this. So they sign up on your landing page. So just to give you kind of the grand overview of how the whole social media to going through the sales funnel to making a sale actually happens. And, even if you don't make a sale through this particular sales funnel that I'm showing here, it's a good way to connect with them. Because for one thing, if you book an actual meeting with them and you're talking to them directly, then you can make a sale that way. Also, once they're on your landing page and they give you their email and their consent for you to reach back out to them, that's very important. Then you can, once they're on your email list, you can send them all sorts of emails. You can send them, links to your blog articles, and you can send them newsletters, and you can send them offers to buy from you. You don't want to do that solely. You want to mix in different content just to make it so it's a two-way street. You're providing them with information that is useful to them, and then it's more reciprocal that way. So I hope that gives you a good idea of where that strategy comes in as far as how to use social media to close a sale.